gotta say please. And I know they really wish we would fall till we fall on the beach. Bad wolf is a full moon. Money in the backyard. Watch how your dreams hit the floor.
Back with another video. It's X7 Savage Princess. And before we get into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the post notification. And make sure you guys be liking my videos because I work hard on them. And if y'all see that the quality changes every day, it's because like every time I post, it's because I'm using different apps to see like which one I'm gonna stick with when I start like keep posting videos and whatever. So yeah, but as you can see from the title, I'm gonna be telling a story time on how we was on this Chinese bus and I got scared. So let's get into the video. So this is the story. So I'm gonna tell you guys the story. So we had lived in Virginia and we was moving to where my cousins live, which is Arkansas. And I don't know if I said it right. Like, correct me if I did because my English is not that good. Okay, it's not that good. So yeah, so we was going to Arkansas to where my cousins live, and we was going on a Chinese bus. And not to be racist, I call it the Chinese bus because I forgot the name, but it's like this one bus. I call it the Chinese bus because I forgot the name, like I said, so don't come for me. So yeah, we was going on that bus, and so there was like, if you've been on the bus, there's 4 seats in the back, like all the way in the back to the side where the window is. Well, there's windows in all of them, but to the side where that big window is. So, and the bathroom is, which it stinks. Don't try to use the bathroom there. It stinks like really bad. Like it stinks. Like you gonna have to hold your pee until they take a bathroom break once they stop driving. So the people. So I was sitting. So when we had walked in, there was this guy in the back and he was already sitting there, but like, you know, you can't sit with all your, like, I couldn't sit with my mom and then my brothers and sisters because there was no space. So yeah, so I sat in the back with my baby brother and my sister, and my brother, which is him, he sat with my mom next to her. So we was driving and whatever, and then like, I think it was 2 minutes later, the guy that was sitting by us started like going like this to my mom behind her. And it was creeping me to hell. Like, it was creeping me out like so bad. I was scared to death. And he didn't know. He was in front with my mom. And like, I was scared. So he kept going like this to her, and he was saying some stuff that I didn't even understand. Like, I didn't know what he was saying, but he was scaring me like really bad. So then we was still on the bus, and then he touched my mom's hair. And she had looked back because my mom was in front of us and we was behind her. And she had looked back because the guy touched her hair. And she looked back, but she thought it was an accident. So she had not said anything to the guy. She just looked back and like she was on her phone. So then, whoop de whoop. After that, it was like 3 minutes later. He kept doing that, and he kept like trying to get something in his bag because he had this bag, and I kept getting scared. But all he was taking out was a Bible, and then he kept looking at it and going like this, and then he would throw it back in there like really like that. He would just like go like this, and it was scaring me. And then he would go like this to my mom, and he would go and he was saying some stuff. So I thought he had problems. So I was like, nope. I thought he had problems. So like, I was scared to death. I was so scared. So I wasn't crying at that point. And I was 11, by the way. If I didn't say that, I forget. But then we had to take a bathroom break. And then that's when I didn't have to use the bathroom because I didn't drink like a lot of juice like they did. But he had to use the bathroom and my sister had to use the bathroom. So me and my baby brother sat on the bench. There was like this one bench in the inside of the where you use the bathroom. And the guy came out and I was scared as heck. Like, I tell you, I was scared. Like, he was scaring me. And then he had came up to me and he was like walking back and forth, looking at me, like staring hard as heck, like really hard. Like, he was like, he couldn't keep his eyes off of me, and I was really scared. Like, I was finna be like run to my mama, but he kept watching me like, so I won't go anywhere. So my mom was out the bath. She went to the bathroom with the kids, and I stayed with my big brother. So she was like, so this is the bathroom. These are the benches. It was like a whole one. It looked like a store, but it wasn't. It was like a whole place, and there was like all the people from the bus was there. And then the guy started looking at this lady with her man, and his man was like, do you have a problem? Because he kept walking back and forth, and the man seen that he kept staring at me. So he was like, do you have a problem with me and my wife? Because then he started staring at his wife and him like really hard. So then the guy was like, you have a problem? And the guy said no. And so the guy that kept staring at me was like, no. He kept walking back. Then he finally came up to me, bro. I was scared to death. I was scared. So he came up to me, and he had like a whole scratch right here. So that got me even more scared, because he had a whole scratch up. He came up to me, and he was like, I know you. And that's when everything dropped down, and I was like, what? He was like, I know you. I know who you are. Call the police right now. And I was like, what?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I looked at him. I was dead serious. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. He was like, I know you. He dead was staring at me like he knew me. And I was like, I don't know you. And he was like, call the police right now. And then after that, that's when the guy came up to him. He was like, are you okay? And then it was time to go, and my mom my mom came out the bathroom, he had walked away. So my mom didn't see him when he was talking to me. He had walked away, and I was scared. Like, I was thinking about like, where have he seen me? How does he know me? So I was like really scared, and I was trying to figure out like, how did he know me and stuff, because I didn't know him or recognized him at all. I've never seen him in my entire life. So I was scared to death, and I keep saying that because I was really scared. Like really scared. So then that's when we got in the bus, and they started checking, like we had to give them our ticket and whatever. Then we got in the bus, and we sat down, and I was still sitting where he was at. But that time I was sitting like far from him. Like, it was 4 seats. I was sitting in the last seat, and my mom had put my sister. My sister was sitting close to him, and I was like, Mom, don't put her there. And she was like, why? And I was like, just don't put her there. And she was like, why, Angelica? And he didn't listen to me because I said it in Spanish, which he didn't understand. Thank God I know a different language where they couldn't understand. So no, he did not understand. So I was like, Mom, don't put her there. So I was saying it in Spanish, and she was like, why? And I was like, because I just don't. And she was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And then, but she seen that I wasn't okay. She seen that I was panicking and there was something wrong, but I didn't have communication to tell her. Like, I could have told her in Spanish, but I knew she would like trip out and stuff, and I knew that she would like trip out and go on him. So I was like, I'm not gonna tell her yet. And then that's when that's when we all sat down, and then she was like, just let her sit there. And I was like, no. And then I was like, okay, fine, just let her sit there. But my brother was in the middle, my baby brother. So I was like, yeah, because I didn't want to move him, and I definitely didn't want to sit by him. So, because he was already saying he knew me and to call the police. So I was scared. So then that's when my mom looked back, and I was dead crying. I couldn't hold it. I started crying, like really bad. And mom was like, what's wrong? Are you okay? She was trying to like tell me what's going on and what happened. And that's when he had walked to the bathroom, because he had left to the bathroom. I think they took another break to the store for people to get something to eat, and he had left. And he had walked away and left. So then that's when I had the chance to tell my mom, and I was scared, and I was crying, and I was freaking out. And I was like, Mom, he said he knows me to call the police, and I don't know him, and this and that. And she was like, what? And that's when she got mad, and she like switched seats with me, and she made me sit on the other side. And then that's when she told the guy from the bus, and the guy from the bus had moved him. So then everybody had moved seats, and he moved away from us. So then it was just us, and I was just crying. And this nice guy was talking to my mom, and he was telling him that he was doing the same thing with him. And that wasn't the same guy with the girlfriend. That was this other guy, and he speaks Spanish, so he speaks Spanish and stuff. So he was talking to my mom and stuff, and she was like, he was doing the same thing, and he was like, I seen that your daughter was scared. And I was really scared. And he had I didn't see him in the bus, at all. But he said he was in the bus, but I didn't see him. But he was really nice. And that's when he was talking to my mom and whatever, and telling us, and he was asking me what have the guy said to me, because he seen that the guy went up to me, and I had told him, and I was like really scared. So then they had moved the guy, thank God, finally. So he was in front of us, and no, before they moved him, he came back from buying whatever he was buying. He came back and sat down, and that's when I wiped my tears, and I told my mom that like she didn't know nothing, that I didn't tell her anything, and so I wiped my tears and like nothing happened, and I didn't look at him at all. Like I didn't even look at him, cause no, I did not look at him. I didn't even pay no mind. I turned the other way when he walked in. So, and by the way, he stank. I'm not trying to be mean, but he stank. That guy that was sitting by me, Angelise and Joshua, he stank. Like really bad. It smelled worse than the bathroom. The bathroom smelled like pee, but it smelled like poop. No, it was bad. Like I can't even explain. But then he came back before they even changed his seat. He didn't know anything, so he came back, sat down, and then that's when they told him to move and stuff, and they had moved him. He sat in the front and whatever, and then that's when he sat in the front, and then he was like, I think it was 3 rows in front of us and whatever. That's how far they moved him. Like really, come on. Right. They could have moved him all the way to the front to watch him, but no, three rows. So then that's when he had turned around and kept looking back and saying stuff, mumbling, and I know because my mom was still in front of us and we was in the back finally, and it was just me, my sister, my brother and stuff, so we had moved and whatever, but we was still in the back, and he went 3 rows in front, and my mom was like, you have a problem with my daughter? And he looked at my mom and dead said yes. And I was so scared. Like I didn't know this guy, I never seen this guy, I haven't even like seen him in my life, like ever. My mom didn't even know him. He was a stranger, and he said he knew me, and I was like, I don't know if there's like someone that looks like me. There probably is. I don't know, but he said he knew me, and he act like I did something to him, and he was telling me to call the police and stuff. He was like, call them now, like he was gonna hurt me or something if I didn't. And I was like, what? And I was like so scared, like I cried so bad. Like I was scared, really scared. Wasn't I scared? I was scared. So he said that he had a problem. Probably. And then that's when they took him out the bus and took him to another bus. Hopefully he didn't get any other problems in the other bus. So then that's how we took a spot, we took another stop, and then they moved him, they transferred him to another bus, and then we stayed on the bus, and we safely got to our destination. And finally we got to our destination, and I was still scared, but then I finally that's when our auntie picked us up, and my uncle, and that's when we seen them. And then I had told them the story, and she was like, yeah, there's a lot of crazy people out here, and she was like laughing at me because I was scared and whatever. But yeah, that's the story of the guy and stuff. He scared me really bad.
We're not gonna end
it's probably not that long, the story, but just wanted to share that story with you guys, because I just post stuff about my hair, and I know there be boys on here that don't want to see videos of just my hair. So yeah, and I'm gonna be doing a Fortnite, me playing Fortnite, but I still have to get like how to put it on here and stuff. I'm still working on that. If you guys have advice, please tell me, cause I don't have my own gaming, like my own like PlayStation to hook it up to YouTube and stuff like you guys do, because I know how to do that, but I can't do that because it's not mine. So I guess I'm gonna have to have somebody record or whatever, or I could do it on my phone, something like that, but I don't know. But make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tell me one of y'all scary stories that you guys have. And if you guys want more stories, I have a lot of stories to tell. So yeah, that's all I have to say. So make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace. Back with another video. It's X7 Savage Prince. Stop.
That's bad.
Okay, let's look. I said press it. Oh, no, not that one.
Want her back home, that's love. She fell in love with a thug. He a crib, she a blood. Try to take him from the hood. You couldn't take him from